What's up, my friends? Welcome back to Reviews from the Mail Truck. I have been sick as shit for the last 2 days. So 2 nights ago I slept for 13 hours or something like that. My wife was sick right before that, but I slept for 13 hours. I woke up probably at least 8 times in a puddle of sweat, and then it was constantly adjusting fevers throughout the night. I'd be really cold and I'd sweat through my shit, and it was just terrible. So yesterday came and went. I got a soda. I got a orange Fanta because I was hoping that this caffeine would kind of fix my gut a little bit. Did not. I ended up throwing up all of that throughout the course of 3 or 4 different gas station bathrooms throughout the day, which was not great. And then my wife decided she wanted to get McDonald's last night. I haven't eaten in this entire time, but we did get McDonald's. I ate half of my fries and half of a Big Mac, and that was it. I couldn't do it anymore. I felt super nauseous, so I immediately went back to bed because I did not want to throw up again. So that's kind of what I've been dealing with. It has been absolutely horrible. I think something's going around. I'm not sure, but either way, I still feel like absolute garbage. Haven't eaten barely anything in a little bit last night, but I've barely eaten in the last 2 days, and I just feel like absolute butts. But I did stop, and I got some Pepto-Bismol, so took one of those today. Doesn't seem to have done anything. But either way, because of that, I went for a super hydration drink, hopefully to help kind of get my body back into a working condition. So we're trying a Body Armor IV Flash IV, Tropical Punch flavor. I didn't know anything about this, and then I bought it and looked at the back, and it's coconut water, and you know I'm not a big fan of coconut water usually. It's a texture thing. Coconut water is a little bit more thick than your regular water, so I don't usually enjoy it, but thought I would give this a try. It has rapid rehydration, which I could definitely use, and hopefully I won't throw it up. So that's kind of the goal for today. Tropical Punch is always an interesting flavor for me. I always want to think it's pineapple forward because it's yellow, and that seems to make sense. Pineapple, tropical, whatever. But that might actually work in this drink's favor, being that it's coconut water, because pineapple and coconut's usually kind of what makes up a tropical punch flavor in the first place. So we will see. It's probably going to be one of those things that I'm not going to enjoy drinking, but I'm going to try to get this all down and keep it down to hopefully start turning my gut biome around a little bit. But anyways, let's crack into this and see what it's all about. Again, sorry for the delay on these uploads. Probably going to cut these down to once a week instead of 3 times a week. It's very easy to get creator fatigue, I would say, and by uploading 3 times a week, it's like, Jesus Christ, dude. I don't want to see your face 3 times a week, which I get, and also I have, nothing of relevance to add when I'm just doing them every other day. So we'll see. Let me know in the comments below what you'd like to see in the future. Either way, here we go. Smells very much like coconut. Little pineapple too. I might be on the nose with the flavor profile here, but we'll see. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Big chug for the homies. Hopefully I don't throw up from it, but cheers, my friends. Very interesting flavor. Pretty unpleasant aftertaste, but I think that's the coconut water. I do get a touch of pineapple, just the faintest touch. Maybe not, maybe it's a little bit more prominent. There's this really strange tanginess, but I think that's the pineapple coming through. It's a very organic pineapple flavor. It's not artificial flavored pineapple. It's very natural. So I think that's what that tanginess is that I'm not really enjoying that much. But let me reframe my mindset here and try it again. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It does taste like pineapple, I would say, but kind of like a rancid pineapple, which is a terrible comparison. But there's something about like the tartness that happens when you like in the aftertaste. That does replicate a pineapple pretty well, but it doesn't taste fresh like a fresh pineapple does. It kind of tastes like it's doesn't taste that great. And I think that's just a mix between the coconut water and the pineapple flavoring in here. I don't really get coconut all that much. I think it's mostly pineapple forward. I just don't necessarily think it's a good pineapple flavor. Yeah, I don't think this one's very good. I will finish it because I need to. I need these vitamins, and there's a lot of them in here. 80 calories. But I don't know if I'd get this flavor again. I'd have to try some of the other ones. This one's probably going to be a pass for me, though. I know they had strawberry kiwi, which I typically don't like kiwi, so that one probably wouldn't be a go-to for me. And then there was another flavor that I don't recall what it was, but ultimately I went with this one, so it must not have been super enticing to me. Either way, though, it's not terrible. You know, I know they have like Gator Lights or whatever the hell they're called that are like IV drinks too. This would be like a Pedialyte competitor, stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't get this again necessarily, but I don't think it's terrible. But yeah, I don't see myself buying it again unless I feel like absolute donkey dick. And even if I do, I'd probably try a different flavor. So that's what I got for you there. Nothing crazy good, nothing terrible, pretty middle of the road, but not one I would go after again. Either way, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Reviews from the mail truck. We will be back sometime in the future, maybe next Friday. Who knows? We'll see. But hopefully I start feeling better and life can continue as normal. That would be good. Either way, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Make sure to tell someone you love them today. It can change their life, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. Talk to you later.